What's up guys, it's me SwagPlayer99 and today I'm going to be going with 4 friends and my family to the island country of Japan to stay for the next 2 weeks. To avoid missing the food from our home country of the United States, what better way is there than to devote 24 hours straight to only eating American food while in Japan? During this challenge, I'm also going to be reviewing the Japanese takes on American foods using 5 categories: cost, taste, texture which is consistency and feel, healthiness, and satiation. Without further ado, let's get into it.
And first of all, we all already are in the United States itself. We're in the city of Houston. This is Ethan right here, and then it's Davidson on the recording. We're going to be meeting with 2 others as well who are unfortunately on a different flight today, but we're going to be trying out the American food within the United States as a comparison for the American food within Japan to see if it really is better or if we just do it better since it is our own cuisine. Can I have the chicken maple butter and egg sandwich?
We only have card, no cash.
All right, what's up guys? So I have gotten that meal from Starbucks. It'd be better to see some takes on American fast food that are more healthy, yet still do satiate you, and yet still do have good taste and texture, along with good cost too. It's really like a big balance between those 5 things. So that's why I've chosen those as the categories. But first of all, we are gonna be trying this. Actually, it's listed as chicken breakfast sandwich, but you guys know exactly what it's called earlier. But all right, let's try it. The maple syrup chicken combo is really good. I rarely eat Starbucks, so it's not bad at all. I would say that this, in terms of cost, because it is $7, that's going to be 2 stars for me. Actually 1 star. That is really expensive on sandwich, but in terms of the taste, I would give it a 3 stars. It's not terrible. And then as for how satiating I feel, each of these bites has like a pretty filling quantity of food. I would give it 4 stars, judging by how it's going so far. And as for texture, I wish the chicken were to be a little bit crunchier. Not gonna lie, like that is a pretty big staple of breakfast sandwiches to have a crunchier chicken. So for that, I would give it a 2-star rating. Lastly though, healthiness, this is pretty much just chicken, egg, and sandwich with a bit of syrup. So honestly, it doesn't taste very oily either, and I would give that probably 4 stars. Like, this does not seem very bad for you in the long run, but that right there is the total rating, which is what we're going to be using for all the other foods when we go to Japan itself, and that is going to be the American basis, American foods. So yeah, see y'all there. Alright guys, so we are now finally in Japan. I'm gonna admit we have been here for a few days, but this is a challenge, 24 hours straight of only American food within Japan. And since we are going to Disney, this is going to be a little bit easier, and I'll also be showing you guys some of what Disney Sea Tokyo has to offer, since that's the Disney summit we're going to. But first of all, we're going to go to a family mart that is connected to our hotel conveniently, and we're going to be purchasing the first type of American fast food that you can find in Japan, which is that found in convenience stores. This is Andrew, and that is Grant. So yeah, let's get to it. It's like the ideal hotel for American food, and we're actually going to a few other cities on this trip, and that's why I've decided to do it in Tokyo, since this hotel is just straight up connected to a convenience store. Let's get to it. I'm scared what those guys are saying, but we'll see later in the video. Alright, these are more traditional Japanese options which are also offered in convenience stores, and these are not American food, so I'm not eating those for this challenge. What I can eat though is a protein bar. That won't be the main thing though, guys, don't worry, that is not my main practice, but it is American and it will be a choice as well. And then there's also milk protein, so
this is a post-video comment.
I don't really see fruits protein.
None of the animals were hurt in this video.
This chocolate bar you will see in America. Let's go with this, but definitely some fried chicken is what I'm going to eat.
Hey guys, the editor here. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Let's get to it. Yeah, we're not trying to be publicly disturbing with this. We're trying to provide some insight on American food in Japan. Don't want to be causing any people not liking tourists here. Could I have
let's go exploring.
1 flamen chiki? Thank you. Along with this as well, sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, wait, that's gonna be the video.
Alright guys, so we do now have the semi chicky and protein bar. That's going to be part of the American breakfast. And opening this, it does seem to just be like a standard slice or standard slab of fried chicken, but is it good? It actually is pretty good. It is a little bit jiggly. I'm going to have to take off some points in the crunchiness section. I'm going to give it a 3 in texture. It isn't super crunchy. In terms of healthiness, I'll give it a 3 since it's just a standard sliced chicken, which is what you can expect. This was only around 2 USD, or this is the amount that it exactly is in USD, and I'd say it's a very good cost compared to the American one. Cost 5 stars. I feel pretty filled after this. I'm still gonna eat the bar though. That's going to be 4 stars. In terms of taste, I'll give it 4 stars. It's just a standard fried chicken.
18-20 is what you give me out of 25.
Yeah, that does sound about accurate. That is better than the American one, yeah.
Yeah.
That is just one meal.
We're
gonna be 3
rate the
today.
protein bar 2, but the taste is gonna be a 0 instantly. No days. It'll probably be healthy though.
I think you had a different one because this brand is pretty well renowned.
Yeah. Oh, just got cut in half.
Taste 4. Health 5. These macros are pretty good. I already checked previously.
The taste is a 4, really?
Cost, it was pretty inexpensive when I remember, but
Holy.
that's it right there. I'll give it 5 stars. Texture is pretty good actually, 4 stars texture, and then at last 4 stars taste.
Guys, we were running very behind on going to Tokyo Disney Sea, which is why I said my rating for taste twice and not my rating for satiation. But breakfast was very easy to do with only American food because we had that convenience store right next to the hotel. And also, I felt pretty good at this point because I had a fairly nutritional breakfast with chicken and protein. I knew for this challenge though, it wouldn't be fair to get the same type of American food again. So I had to look for American food not from convenience stores for the rest of the video, despite how unhealthy this turned out to be.
Alright guys, so we finally did make it to Tokyo Disney Sea, and it's just really beautiful here. I think this is going to be a fun day for us, but unfortunately that isn't going to be the purpose of the video. It is for the food, but you know, we'll actually include some of Disney Sea for you guys, like maybe some photos, short videos.
I don't know what they're saying, but it is real. We have gotten some popcorn because we do feel hungry, and we are all eating the same popcorn. So rating it now is going to be my sister.
Oh, it's on Apple.
Oh. Yes, so now she's going to be rating this popcorn, and it is considered as American food. I ate some earlier as well. I just want her to rate it.
Hello, everybody. This is my review on the Disney Sea popcorn. It got stuck in my teeth and it really hurt.
There's actually 5 different categories, sorry. We're doing this video professionally. The first category is taste. How is the taste of the popcorn?
Taste? It's very salty, also buttery. A bit too salty for my taste, so I'd have to say 4 out of 5.
That sounds pretty good so far.
For cost, we didn't really know it at the time because our mom did buy it for us, but I looked it up later and it was 400 yen or $2.50. That's going to be 3 stars.
As for the texture, do you find it crunchy though? Or do you like the texture in general?
I'd have to give it 4 out of 5. It did get stuck in my teeth and it did hurt a lot. But
That sounds like a 3 to me.
Oh, but it's really good besides that. Besides the pain, it's good.
Okay, so it's gonna be 4 to 5 for both taste and texture, and 3 out of 5 for cost. 2 more categories are still to go. One of those is healthiness. Just say how oily it was based on that.
2 oils out of 5 for popcorn.
Last is going to be how filled you feel after eating it, because a key component of American fast food or American food in general is that it gets you very filled. So how filled do you feel?
Honestly, I was pretty hungry before this, and now don't think I can even finish this. So definitely 5 out of 5. It's packing in the carbs.
It really has not been eaten.
Oh, look at the beautiful box. Beautiful.
I don't know if that pertains to a food review, but maybe that's pertaining to Disney Sea. Maybe I should go. Alright, see y'all.
Maybe some photos, short videos.
Alright guys, so we have now gotten our second actual meal of the day, and I have currently with me a roast chicken meal with greens, also white rice, and thank you, cheesecake. And these are all American foods. I made sure not to include any. There was red snapper on the menu that my sister did taste better, But for you guys, for the video, I made sure not to get it because I'm not fully sure if that is an American food. It could be like European, so. But with the roast chicken, that's a classic for Thanksgiving. That's gotta be American food. So let's get into it. Let's see. Very lemony. Very nice. I'm gonna be counting this roast chicken and greens as a singular dish. So I'm gonna try some of the greens too so I can provide you guys with some feedback. They're just greens and there's nothing special about these that's gonna like add or subtract anything. But for the chicken, so would you say this is oiliness? Or just like the juiciness?
This is juice, it's roast. Yeah.
Alright. He does work at a McDonald's, so he does have some know-how. But I would say that this is probably a 5 in healthiness. It's just chicken, you know? Nothing wrong with chicken, and it's not deep fried or anything, so that's what I'll give for that. As for satiety, this is a large plate itself. I'm certain that's going to be a 5 as well. And bringing up to cost, this cost me around $8 or 1,000 yen. That's going to be a little bit expensive for my taste. So I'm going to give it a 3 in terms of cost. And the texture is not bad. It really isn't like too crunchy or too soft. And it's actually fairly easy to remove the meat with that knife, which is what I was worried about. So for texture, I would give it a 5-star rating. How's it gonna be taste? It does taste pretty lemony. I haven't had it be quite this lemony, so I'm gonna be giving it a 4 stars in taste. Alright guys, so I did finish that chicken. I can confirm it is a 5 in terms of satiety because I feel very full, but we still do have the cheesecake and the rice left. And as I'm eating the rice, I'd like to talk to you guys about how the challenge is going for me. Well, it's been pretty easy so far, probably because we went to Tokyo Disney Sea for this trip, for this day, that it's been so easy. But honestly, like in Japan, you could feasibly complete this, at least in Tokyo. I'm not sure for the other cities since I haven't gone there yet, but it is possible to do. It really is. American food, at least in America, if I were to only eat quintessential hamburgers, chicken, steaks, etc., I probably would not feel at my prime towards the end of the day. So we're just gonna have to see if that's gonna happen with Japanese food as well. Although it may not seem right now that many of the dishes were significantly different than the American ones, I can confirm that at least in terms of price, the two tend to be a lot cheaper. Fried chicken. What do you think in America? Do you find any under $2 since you do work at a fast food restaurant?
Not possible. No.
Exactly.
Unless you make it at home. No.
The costs really are just better here. Alright guys, so I have nearly finished the end of my meal. I figured that you guys probably want to see the plate from an overhead view. But now we're going to be trying the cheesecake itself. Alright, this part is edible it seems, but it's very hard to go wrong with cheesecake, I feel.
I knew it was like plastic.
It was wax? No, that was edible. But cheesecake really, in healthiness, automatically, let me just make sure, but it's probably going to be a 1 or 2 since cheesecake has so many calories. Like the cheesecake, the strawberry shortcake one, I think it's called, at Cheesecake Factory had around 1,000, which is half your daily, but it tastes a little bit better. So in terms of like 1 or 2 stars for healthiness, I think 2 stars will be more accurate. I still would not give it a 3 though because this is purely just fats and carbohydrates. As for texture though, it's very soft. I can't lie. My fork is just effortlessly gliding into it, almost like mashed potatoes. Is that what you want in cheesecake though?
Maybe like a spongy feeling. I don't know about mashed potato.
Yeah, mashed potatoes, it's like a bit too soft, this cheesecake. So in terms of texture, I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. Now for cost, it was around 500 yen, around $3.50. Now for this quantity, that's a little bit expensive,
at least for Japanese standards. American standards, I could definitely see it costing that much, but I'd say around 3 stars in cost. For taste, this is just a classic lemony taste. And honestly, that part with the Disney logo on it was not bad. It's rather sweet. Now let's try this as well. Yeah, I'll give it a 4 stars in taste. Lastly is going to be satiety. It is really small portion, once again, and that plays a major part in how satisfied you feel at the end of it. That's going to be a 2 stars for me. And then the total rating, because I've been a bit lazy to calculate it, it's going to be right there. And yeah, let's continue on, hopefully with dinner next, or a snack if I decide eating one. Alright guys, so finally I do have the quintessential American food that I'm going to be trying, which is McDonald's. It is fast food. And with me I have the Gohan Teriyaki Chicken Filet set. I've heard that the patty is actually made out of rice, and I've never tried this before, so it's going to be exciting. But oh, I forgot to mention that I also do have fries with me. And additionally, I have a melon Fanta. As you can see, it is green, and that is actually the default for Fantas over here. It's far more popular than orange Fanta. And without further ado though, let's try the burger first. So really, this patty is made out of rice. I'm worried about how the structure of it is going to be upheld, so let's try that first. The patty really is sticking together somehow. I'll get to, that's my fault, but I'll get to rating it later because this really is just something very interesting to try. It does contain no bread, only rice. But yeah, let's get further into eating this. Chicken is very crispy. The lettuce is pretty fresh, but that's kind of what you'd expect. Like, McDonald's in America isn't terrible. A lot of people say it is, but really, like, the ingredients are better than a lot of other fast food places like Wendy's. This is just healthy to eat. It's very nice. I'm not sure if the rice is actually more healthy than the normal one, but it tastes good. So I have finished the burger, and the burger itself was very nice. As you guys can see, there was no rice that was left over on the table, which means that the structure of it was properly maintained. So that is what I was like bearing most of my rating of it for texture. For cost, it did cost only, I'm gonna check right now, 850 yen for the whole set. I believe the individual meal was 500 yen, which is around $3.65. I would give that a 4 stars. I would say that it tastes pretty so moving on to the fries already. It tasted very nice. It was like a chicken burger from the US, but just with the teriyaki sauce. And it really just was overall a good taste. I'll give it 5 stars. And I would do that for an American McDonald's too, with the chicken McCrispy. Just saying, like, they just taste amazing in my mind. As for healthiness, I really don't know if the rice is much better than the bun. And overall, it already was probably around 2 stars in healthiness. So, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it 2 stars in healthiness. It is McDonald's. It's not gonna get much better. And finally, for satiation, I do feel pretty fulfilled after it. It's just a standard portion size, and the big thing with satiation is pretty much just how much of the meal is included with what you'd expect from purchasing it, and it is as big as you'd expect. It's pretty much the same diameter as the American burger was. I just have larger hands because I'm also a shoe size 13, so my hands are just kind of large. But yeah, now let's get into the fries. Basically the same as standard American fries. There isn't much difference. So I'd say in terms of taste, they already were 4 stars. And also I've been waiting quite a bit to eat this, so it has some crispiness. But healthiness, I'm gonna have to rate it 2 stars once again because they're French fries, and I can see some oiliness left on the mat itself from eating it, which does show that it does contain oil. But that's what you'd expect. Texture, I would say that it is basically, it should have been 4 stars if I had eaten it sooner. Next up is going to be satiation. It is the amount you'd expect. That's the main thing for satiation, as I realized throughout the video. So I would give it I give it 4 stars. Lastly, it's going to be cost. For me to have added on the drink and the fries, I'm going to factor these both as being around 350 yen. So I would say the cost is probably going to be 3 stars, since it isn't like significantly different from the cost of it in the United States, I imagine. And yeah, that's going to be it for the fries. We're going to get to completing these. Lastly, we'll be discussing the melon Fanta. So yeah, it'll be my first time having it in over a year. Let's give it a try. It's very nice. I guess in the US we just really don't have that many melon flavored sodas, but soda once again is an essential part of the American diet, fortunately. Considering that it only costs actually $2 in combination with the fries, I'll probably give it a 4 stars in terms of cost, because this actually is a fairly large amount. Or really just the taste of it, it's melon soda, you can't go wrong with it. And I wish we just had more of it in the United States. That's something we are lacking. You could maybe learn from, but I would say the taste is a 5 star. I just really love melon soda. And texture, I'll say for carbonation, it's pretty well carbonated. I like it really spicy in carbonation, but I give it a 4 stars. And lastly, for satiation, which is mainly the size of it, once again, honestly, I just think American size of sodas are too big. This is plenty, so I'm gonna give it a 5 star rating. And guys, in case you're wondering why the others aren't here, I'm just gonna get some more. They ended up getting some non-American food for dinner, but they did basically participate with me by getting convenience food for breakfast, and also they had the same popcorn that I did for a snack, and went to the same diner as I did for lunch. Excuse me, for dinner they did want to break that streak, but I ended up being able to stick to the only American food diet in Japan for 24 hours.
That's right, guys, I finally had completed the challenge, and due to how much I was looking forward to once again eating Japanese food in Japan the next day, I forgot to rate the healthiness of medium Fanta melon. Since all of its calories come from sugar, I am going to rate it 2 stars in healthiness. At the end of this challenge, I surprisingly felt alright, but I later realized that I gained 8.5 pounds of weight during this trip, and a pound or two was likely from this video. Now to wrap up the review part, let's figure out whether or not Japan's American food was substantially better than the United States' is. Remember, the basis for American food from the United States was 14 of 25 stars. In Japan, Femichiki got 19 stars, the Savas protein bar got 21 stars, standard popcorn got 18 stars, a roast chicken lunch set got 22 stars, the Mickey Mouse cheesecake got 14 stars, McDonald's Gohan Teriyaki Chicken Filet got 20 stars, the medium McFry got 17 stars, and a medium Fanta Melon got 20 stars. Guys, so this does mean that Japan has beat the United States in terms of my rating of it for American food, because it has an average of 19 stars. And I would say though that the United States still probably does have better American food, because after all I only took that one sample of American food for the United States, and that was Starbucks at that. So I do hope that you guys use this video if you are going to Japan in order to find the good options of American food that do exist there if you are interested in trying it. And I would say that out of everything, convenience store food was the best. And also, if you have made it to the end of the video, please check out my friend's channel. His name is B-Ball Buzzbeat. The link is in the description. For my channel, please let me know what you think about this in real life food content, I guess you could call it, because I am just trying something new from the traditional gaming that I do, but I can easily make more gaming videos as well alongside doing this. But be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.